Hello everyone, welcome back to REST. In my last previous video, I have showed you how to build graphical API. In this tutorial, now we are going to create a REST API using FastAPI. We will create a REST API with the common CRUD operations like getting data, inserting new data, updating and deleting data. Guys, now you can ask yourself, what is a REST API? So REST API or RESTful API is an application interface that enables applications to communicate with each other by using HTTP request with the method put, post, delete, get, just like CRUD, get, post, put and delete. So it's those methods that are used to access and use data. They are commonly used in web and mobile applications. So after explaining RESTful API, you can ask also by yourself, what is the FastAPI? So FastAPI is a high-performing modern web framework for building API quickly with the Python. The framework is developed to be easy to use, efficient and reliable. So these features make it first choice for developing REST API and web applications. So now let's proceed with creating RESTful API using FastAPI. So let us start. This is the project that we created, but you're going to create the new one. Let's create a new project. So we are going to call it FastAPI Pro. We're going to use this window. So what you will need to practice this, you must have a Python in your PC, Python version 3.7 or plus. You will need also MySQL server, MySQL database server. So and then we install FastAPI. So as I told you, we need to install FastAPI web framework to create API. So to install FastAPI module, we have to run this command. Pipe install FastAPI. You see guys, pipe install FastAPI. Then you press enter. You see guys, so after that, as I told you, we have to start. You're going to need a web server. So we are going to use a local web server. We are going to use Uvicorn. So to install Uvicorn, before installing Uvicorn is a framework for building. As we are using FastAPI as a framework for building API, so we need a local server to test this API. So the Uvicorn is lightweight fast asynchronous server gateway interface web server. So to install Uvicorn, you are going to learn this command: pipe install Uvicorn. You see, guys? So then we also need the MySQL connector. So we are going to use the MySQL Python connector. So to install it, you can ask yourself why you are going to install this module. So we need to install this module to connect to MySQL database. So to install this, we use pipe install MySQL connector Python. So after installing this, we are going to need to create a database and table. So as we are going to create a API with a MySQL database, we need to create a MySQL database and the tables. So what we need now, let's use XAMPP. Let's run it and Apache. So I think after that, let's use this. So a way to create a, we're going to create a database. Let's call it enriched. So then you create a table. Let's call it employee. So this table must have like 4 columns. You are going to need the ID, names, password, and email. So let's use this. We need the ID, and let's make it primary key, and it has to be auto increment. Let's make it auto increment. So we need the name. It's a valid character, 255. Then we need password. Is a valid character. We need the email. Let's use email. Is also valid character. 255. 255. So let's save. After that, let's go back to the codes. So let's delete So let's start by writing these codes. So we are going to start with what you're going to do is so as you know, we're going to implement our REST API. So let's start by importing module. So from FastAPI, import FastAPI, HTTP exception, and the status. After that, we are going to import Pydantic. So from Pydantic, but there's model. So after that, you're going to import connector. So let's import MySQL connector. Then we are going to import Hashlib. So after these libraries, we are going to set up our database. So we are going to setting up the so we can connect to our database. So let's declare this variable mydb go MySQL dot connect. So here we need the host, for example, as a variable. You are going host, it is a local host. Then we need the user for database. It is the root. Then we need the password. You know, password is empty. Then database. Go to unreached. So after that, what we need now is need the cursor as a variable. Then you use this mydb dot After that, you are going to create a FastAPI framework object, and we also define a Pydantic model for our database table schema. So we need application FastAPI function. So now we define a class DB model to make it a base model. Then name I mean use this password. Then email. It's a string also. Now we are going to implement the endpoints for our API to play with the data. So we are going to define endpoints. What we're going to do now, have it with this annotation. Let's choose this. So we needed to define the endpoint. Let's use employee. Status codes. Will be equal to status dot ht http 302, which is found. So after that we define function of get employee. This for retrieving. So we have it right. Let's declare a query variable. So use way to write a query. Select or from employee. So after that, what we need to use cursor dot execute cursor.execute. Okay. Now what we need is declare the results variable, so which is going to be equal to cursor dot use h our function, then return results. So after that, This is for retrieving all employees, but we need to define the endpoint that retrieve record related to ID. So now we need get. So we need the endpoint of employee slash to retrieve specific employee using his ID. To use employee ID. So after that, status code status dot choose for OK, and to define this function. It's employee get employee by ID. So this method. So employee ID, the integer. So we define a query variable. So select from employee where ID here use integer. Okay, so to execute query, and sorry. So after that, where is it? So we go custom dot. Here we use a function of fetch one. if result and result. So else use raise is a HTTP exception. Status code is not found 404. Details probably not found. Choose probably not found. So after that, now what we need is to define the endpoint that helps us to implement a function of inserting data or record into employee table. So now we need use this post method or verb. So here we are going to use the same endpoint but with different verbs or method. Here you see we have get, but here now we have post. So let's use Roy. Then a status code be equal to status. We are creating a new record, so have it use created. So after that, by insert function. So now employee this is going to be DB model. Now in a DB model we have name, password, email. So it is what you're going to insert. Now we need it to hash the password. So let's declare how variable that helps us to hash the password. So use here this library for hashing password. Philip choose MD5 no, let's use this one for hashing. It is a strong one. Then employee dot password dot encode then way to put it in a hexa. Digest. So Now we're going to write the query. Let's choose set query as a variable. Set query is going to be equal set into employee. So we need the name, password, and the email. Then you need the values centered this because of string centered string centered string centered string. We can also add declare this variable, so values will be equal to employee dot name. So hash the password and employee dot email. So after that, we're going to use a try exception. Try also execute. We needed to add we need to execute insert query. And we needed to execute variable. So after that, we needed to commit my DB, this one, this dot commit. So then we try exception, except MySQL dot connector dot as now raise HTTP exception status code 100, then detail is 0. So then we needed to return the message. Message. So record. So after that, what we need now, we need to implement the endpoint for updating employee. So percentage dot, here we'll use a put verb. So now we need to use employee slash. We update also using employee ID. So the status code will be let's use OK. So then we define a method of update. So employee ID, it is the int. Then you need also model, because we did the model. Employee DB model. This is what we update, not ID. We update this. You can update name, password, and email, but not ID. That's why you see DB model. It is a base model. So after that, we need hash password. So let's declare this hashed password. It's going to be equal to hashlib, this library dot. We are going to use the same. So employee dot password dot code dot dot xgst. So now we need update query. So let's declare this variable. It query. So this variable will be equal to now to select. We are going to use update employee set name equal percentage string password. So password here equal percentage string and the email for percentage string. So now what you're going to do is to filter where ID for percentage. So now we are going to declare values. So values go to employee name hashed password, then employee dot email, then employee ID. So now we are going to execute. Now we're going to execute. So password dot execute. We need it to execute get query and values. So after that, what you need to save what so this is a function. So after we have to check if cursor dot here we need it to count. So let's use low count equal to 0. Raise HTTP exception. Status code equal to 404. So details is the employee not found. So after that, maybe to return time So we have to confirm if employee is successfully updated. That's successfully. So after that, what we need now is we need the endpoint of delete. So this endpoint we use this use app dot delete. Use this delete. Then the endpoint should remain the same. Employee. This have to be in just to be in a double quotes. So slash employee slash employee. So now status code, so code status that it is okay. Then you define the function. So now what we need is for this delete function we need the ID, which is the integer. So after that we needed to declare the query. So let's use delete query. So this delete query equal delete. Let's put it in double quotation. Delete from employee where ID equal where ID equal percentages. So after that use a cluster that to execute query the employee ID. So now what we need now is to commit adb.commit. So it's for saving changes. So if person dot low count equal 0, then raise HTTP exception, then sorry HTTP exception. Status code 4404, which means not found, and the details employee. That's fun. Then return message so we have the confirm employee written success. So after that, let's find here we have the issue. Let's find the issue. Let's find the issue. For now, guys, let's find the issue. Let's add this here. So now we can test the application. Let's try to test our application. So use the Uvicorn main, then app reader hyphen reader. Let's run. Let's remove this space and try again. Now it is running. So can you test our application? Let's try and see. Postman. Let's delete all of this. So now I can use let's check. Every 8. So now we choose employee. Let's use gets. You see, nothing there. So, but really try to insert a new employee and see what's happened. We use post body JSON use JSON. So let's use name, enriched, then password, let's use REST, and email. Use REST at gmail.com. So now let's learn. Employee record inserted successfully. So let's find this. You see, guys, it is encrypted, enriched, rest at gmail.com. So now let's try to retrieve something. Let's use get. You see, it is retrieved. So now, as you see, we have a 1. Let's put here 1. You see, guys. So now we are going to let's insert another. Let's use the matrix engineers. Matro. Maths. Very good. Started. So now let's fetch our employees. You see, every matrix engineers. So guys, now we are going to do updates. So for update, we are going to use this put. As you know, for updating, we use the put method. This one. So we're going to update. We're going to update and enriched. It is 1. We update using this ID. So let's use enrich. But employee record updated successfully. Let's check. You see, enriched. So it is updated. So now we are going to delete. Let's delete enriched. Let's use this. Employee deleted successfully. Let's check enrich if it is treated. You see now, guys, this is what you're going to deal with UI. If you are ready, do subscribe. I will teach you many things, guys. Thank you.